evening and welcome to match number 86 of the I-League 2023-24. The table toppers, Mohammedan Sporting, take on Rajasthan United, who are on the rise, who are up for a challenge and challenging the title contenders. They're up against a tough test, and there's the home side's rival. We saw the dressing room as well, Mohammedan Sporting. They believe in their abilities and their squad strength, and Andrei Chernyshov had a word with us before the game. We'll hear out from him how he prepares to get another 3 points in the bag.
Good evening. So today we will play first match, second round at home. Then we want to win this match, but we understand it will be not easy because our opponent team came after they win the game at home. They came with good feeling, and they want to show good football here, like all teams who played or will play against us. They every time have double motivation, double power. We need to be ready for that because we are at home. We played very nice football against Iswell. It was high-level football. We show how we are strong. Only we did not score because sometimes in football you are unlucky. I hope today we will be lucky and we will win.
Well, Andrei Chernyshov is ready for the challenge, but so is Rajasthan United. Pushpender Kundu has his lineups set, has his troops ready for this all-important clash against the table toppers. As we mentioned a while ago, they have looked like a revamped side. We'll talk about all those once we get on with proceedings. There's the arrival of the away side, some experience in the form of Novin Gurung as well, and some young faces who have been very, very impressive, the likes of Chunga. And of course, their foreign recruits who have been exceptionally well up front scoring for them. But Pushpender Kundu will share his thoughts about this very game and how he approaches away from home against the big guns of Mohammedan Sporting.
So we are playing with the same strategy which we are playing against Real Kashmir, and doesn't mean that they are not in form. So again in the third match they play the same. Maybe they are come with a good energy. So we'll prepare for that, and hopefully I'm expecting a good game.
Well, we all are expecting a good game, and with me in the comm box today is Remo Datta. Welcome.
Thank you and good evening everyone. It's a clash between the toppers of I-League and the 9th placed Rajasthan side, who are looking forward for a great match ahead today. It will be interesting to see whether the Rajasthan side, who have come back with a great opportunity and a great win from Real Kashmir, a win against the Real Kashmir, and will be looking forward to have a face-off against the Mohammedan Sporting Club. And starting with the lineup of Mohammedan Sporting, it starts with Padam, Zudika, Ajay, Mohammad Ishad and Adinga. Meanwhile, in the midfield, it's Juan, Kasimov and Eddie, with the forwards being Remsanga, David and Bikash.
Well, interesting because they have David and Eddie Hernandez together in the lineup, and Rajasthan United have a challenge to face. It is a 4-3-3 on paper, but will be a few changes surely when Eddie moves forward, combines with David. And there's the man on focus. Chunga has been a live wire in that attack of Rajasthan United. Jefferson providing solidity in the back line. And it is a task because they are on the rise, Rajasthan United. We'll have a look at their lineup as well. Pavindra Malla Thakuri maintains his spot in goal. Raghav Gupta, Amrit Pal Singh, Jefferson and Negi in the back line. It will be Hardik Path probably who will just slot in that full back position. Soma and William in the midfield. Yastripati, Marin and Chunga, the front three. A bit of a headache because their top scorer Denzel misses out. There's the points table at the moment. Mohammedan leading still by 5 points difference with Real Kashmir. Real Kashmir could have capitalized, but they couldn't because of this very side on 9th position. Rajasthan United, who have a game in hand, are on the rise, have 15 points. Can very well jump above Inter Kashi with this match upcoming. Well, today's match officials, and today's referee Choi Shing Monchang and assistant referee Springson Singh and Shubhrat Kumar Purohit. Fourth official is Ashish Tiwari. What do you expect from this game, Remo?
Yeah. So, as expected, Rajasthan side coming back in the second phase of I-League with a great win against the Real Kashmir side, whereas Mohammedan got defeated by that same Real Kashmir in the first match of this second phase by 3 goals to none, and in the second one with Aizal, it was a goalless draw. So, it will be an interesting match which will be coming up in front of us, and as we can see that the players and the referees are huddling up and getting ready for the start.
Well, they are all ready, at least by the look of things. You can see those banners and tifos in the background. The city of joy is waiting to celebrate a dream come true with Mohammedan Sporting still leading the race. But this is the I-League. This is the most interesting contest when it comes to final day actions, and it has never been disappointing. Every year we see that final day battle, and I'm sure Mohammedan would want to avoid that because who wants that risk lying till the last day? But the other teams just behind them will make sure the contest is alive.
And that will be an interesting fact as well, because Mohammedan, they are already ahead of the Real Kashmir, who are placing at the second position of the table, and they will never want to lose the point here at the moment. And this Rajasthan United side, it seems like in the second half or the second phase of I-League, they are much more reunited, much more joyous, and they are now looking forward to have another 3 points or at least a point from this match, because it may put them back on the 7th position of I-League. And here we are seeing the toss from the referee and the captains making some greetings.
Well, Hattrick Bhatt and Soring Liana both playing full back for their respective sides, both leading their sides as well. Soring Liana, ample amount of experience in his shoulders, and Hattrick Bhatt, one of the most promising youngsters over the last 2 seasons, had been scouted off by Mumbai City FC and taken on a loan deal in the previous season, is back with his home side, Rajasthan United. Somewhat home because that is where he belongs and loves to play for. The commitment is there, the dedication is there, and the quality, of course, has always been there with this lad. Rajasthan United, just to let you know, is the only side in the I-League at the moment who is unbeaten since the last 6 matches. That is how much form is in their side.
And except that Super Cup defeat by Interkashi, Rajasthan United have shown real class in the last few matches, and that's what they will try to continue today as well against the mighty Mohammedan. And it will be interesting to see how the forward lineup of Rajasthan United Football Club cope up today, because they will be missing their top scorer Denzel, who have already scored 10 goals in this season, whereas the second top scorer is Tripathi with 3 goals only, and that will be interesting to see. What's your thought on these, Vasha?
Well, indeed, it'll be a tough challenge because of Tenzel's absence, who has been prolific for them up front, scoring plenty of goals. Just the second top scorer behind Alex Sanchez. But all apart, we often hear, as per stats and calculations, about one team having the upper hand on pen and paper. But this is a reality. This is Mohammedan's chance to maintain their upper hand in the top of the table, while Rajasthan United, they will do their best to pull up an upset and keep their climb going towards the top charts. Underway with proceedings in match number 86, it's Mohammedan Sporting attacking from right to left of your screens in their regular black and white stripes, and in white, Rajasthan United.
And it seems like the Mohammedan side have started the game with some slow pace, and there's some mispass happening in their own half, and Rajasthan meanwhile trying to rebuild the attack from their half. It seems there will be high pressing from David and Fernandez for sure, because they haven't won their last 2 matches and they need these points. The The fans need these points, and there's a pressing from the Rajasthan side. Malla clears it off.
Well, indeed, and we saw just a moment ago on the other side of the screen where David started the press. Both teams are kind of trying to get settled and get control of possession. Intense start here. Rajasthan, they have looked like a side very different lately. They didn't have a great start, and once they found momentum, 3 back-to-back draws and then 3 back-to-back wins. A hat-trick of wins coming into this one in the I-League, of course. And they're somewhat more comfortable on the ball. They like to keep possession. And this lad, of course, likes some spark chunga. Looking for options.
And it will be interesting to see as well as Rajasthan United today going on with their 2 CBs. That's Amrit and Jefferson. And there's a chance for Enzo Fernandez to capitalize and take the opportunity, but they missed it. And it seems like the Rajasthan United side is trying to
well, you said about a high press, and there it was with Eddie Juan Carlos Nella. He has come from that round glass Punjab setup, which won the I-League last season. Didn't get too much of a game time, but came in as substitute in few of the matches. Somewhat has those defensive abilities. It was a 4-3-3 on paper from this man on his screen, Andrei Chernyshov, but it will be more of a 4-4-2 with Kasimov and Juan Carlos Nella bossing the midfield. David and Eddie up front. We can already see Eddie the furthest forward. And the 2 wide wings, wide halves in the form of Pikash and Remsanga. Very interesting to see how they deal with this new approach from Rajasthan.
And for sure, from the wings comes the Mohammedan Sporting Club. At the very beginning of the match, they have started their attacking. And there's a whistle from the referee. Seems like a foul in the box of Rajasthan United. And there was some clear clash from because there was a slight push as well on the defender of Rajasthan United. Early warnings for the young gun of Mohammedan. And here on the screen, Malla, what a season he is having. And this man, Pushpinder Kundu, for years now in Rajasthan United, he has been working brilliantly with his team and with his players. And still there's a chance this time for Rajasthan United from the right wing, showing skills, but easily defended by the Mohammedan side. And Rajasthan United from the right wing, they are continuously trying to make some approach. And there's a ball for Fernandez. He's looking for his man to the right, switches the flank. Chance for Mohammedan. Can they take this opportunity? No, said the defender. And there goes for the corner kick. The first corner of the game for Rajasthan United FC.
Well, indeed, a good little attack building up from Mohammedan Sporting. They took the ball away from Rajasthan. And Remsanga probably should have done better with the cross. David and Eddie both were waiting. But it is a chance now from the set piece. Bhavindra Malla Thakuri, you mentioned him. He has been providing solidity to this back line. Is very comfortable on the ball. And likes to play passes. And a very sound goalkeeper technically. Kasimov. Cuts inside and takes a shot as well. A bit of a tink and a blocker coming in, and Zodinga will play it back all the way to Padam Chetri. And that's the quality they have in the midfield with Kasimov. They're missing Alexis Comas, who is injured, another Argentine. And David is trying to get onto it. One-on-one against Hattrick, but a deflection, and the last touch was off David. It'll be a goal kick.
And as we were seeing, it seems like the Rajasthan United side, they are more relying on the counter-attacks for this match because they don't want to concede goals, that also early. Because this Mohammedan side have scored goals in the first half and their statistics are going in their way throughout this season. And in the last 2 matches, what has happened, they don't want to continue that in these match. At least they haven't scored any goal in the last 2 matches, and that's the main problem with this Mohammedan side in the second phase. So they will try to cope up with that as well. Meanwhile, the Rajasthan side, they are looking really solid in their defensive unit, and that man Jefferson, he is leading the defensive unit of Rajasthan so well. And there's an attack, but Malla, the ball goes to Malla. Padam passes the ball, and Mohammedan Sporting trying to rebuild the attack, and there's a chance for Rajasthan, but nice sensing from Padam.
Well, that was a bit of risk at the back taken by Mohammedan Sporting. All the way back to Padam Chetri. They have to be careful. Signs of danger. Eddie with a flick towards David. And Sweetika has found his spot at that right full-back position. And now Kasimov, a clever pass towards David, combining with Bikash from the left. He's looking for the best of options. Kasimov, he has seen some options. He'll go for shot himself, but the dip didn't come in time. And could have opted for a pass, maybe.
Absolutely. What a shot, what an attempt it was from Kasimov. But it went just over the crossbar, and these kind of attacks will come very often from these men.
Well, indeed, and one of the reasons you mentioned a while ago was that Mohammedan did not score a goal in the last 2 games. Very interesting point. After the break, actually, a 3-0 defeat against Royal Kashmir, their first defeat this season, and a 0-0 draw away from home against Aizawl, and they'll be desperate to get on the score sheet. But this man, of course, Marin, he is on just the opposite side of this story, wherein he's the one who scored the only goal, giving Rajasthan the win against Royal Kashmir, a 1-0 win, a clean sheet after 5 long matches for Rajasthan. And they were struggling to find a clean sheet, which they have. And 2 interesting names on that bench, rather the Mohammedan bench, I would say. Lalpiak Lua Jongte, another young promising goalkeeper, has been with the Indian youth setups, has shown promise. But the benches look promising. That is one thing, one positive which they will have in mind. It's always good to have a strong bench.
Meanwhile, Zoma, it seems like he have received an injury, and the physio has guided him off the field. Mohammedan resumes the game at their own half, and they are looking really reluctant and composite in their own half, and they are relying more of the long passes that are coming from their defensive unit. Meanwhile, Kasimov goes it shot to the right. Finds Ramsanga to the left. Bikash trying to give the ball to his own player, but missed it this time. Rajasthan, meanwhile, looking for a counter attack from the left wing. Can they get this in? No side there. They are still trying their best, Rajasthan, to put the Mohammedan side under pressure. A little bit of fumble from the goalkeeper, Malla.
Well, tried to be a bit too clever there in controlling the ball. Almost spilled it or slipped it off control. Here's Kasimov, meanwhile.
And their attack has been looking good as we progress to the 10th minute of the match. And the ball position was more with Mohammedan. And the best part of this Mohammedan side has been that they have got goal scorers, and they have got different goal scorers for different matches. And that's very important for any team or the table toppers. In any of the tournaments, we used to see the teams with different goal scorer, and the more there are top scorers, the more beautifully they used to play. And the same thing is happening today with Mohammedan Sporting Club as well. They are not relying on a single David or Fanai or Eddie Hernandez. They are relying on the 11 players who are playing against their opponents.
And that is a very good point there, Remo, because it is always good to have different goal scorers. Some teams are over-reliant on strikers. In the past we have seen, but this is a team game football, we say time and again, and they have a variety and plenty of options. As you mentioned, a few of them, Rem Sanga and David, even Eddie, of course, he was leading the line most of the times. Here's Eddie, turns towards goal, thinks of a shot but blocked too fast, that piece of action. Pushpender Kundu, he is a very calm and composed manager on the bench. Really gets too animated on the touchline. Of course, every manager gets animated when there's situations like that, but not all the time. Pushpender Kundu likes to stay calm, likes to believe that his plans are working.
Left.
Slight push on David there. But it'll be a throw-in, I believe. And Mohammedan have possession back. They have 8 wins and 4 draws of the 13 matches they have played. Eddie trying to poke it through towards David. And the header forward will be dealt with.
And we are seeing, and there's a whistle from the referee for foul. There was a slight push from the defender of Mohammedan, their captain. And as we were talking about the Mohammedan forward line, we talked about Fanai and David and Hernandez as well. But we didn't talk much about Vikash. What's your thought on Vikash? Because he has a man who have been brilliant overall in this season. He has come on loan from Kerala Blasters and an East Bengal Youth Academy product. And how good he has been in this whole season for you?
Well, he has been very promising throughout the season, playing on the wings, and as you mentioned, he was with the East Bengal youth setup. I've often seen him play as a fullback, if I'm not mistaken, and now he's gradually grown into a winger who can provide crosses in the box, who can even supply some goals, go up and score himself. The role is to supply here the way their head coach Chernyshov plans things, but nonetheless, very promising talent. It's difficult when you come in and you have the likes of Sheikh Fayaz, who has been performing and experienced, to replace him into the starting 11. Of course, Sheikh Fayaz still an important member of the team, rotationally using all that strength in the squad. And Chernyshov, he knows how and when to use his players, but commendable from Vikash, the way he has got his name in that first 11 time and again. And offside it is, I believe.
And an offside from the man we were talking about. And this is what makes great footballers. Players like Lewandowski, or even our Indian like Rahim Nobi. They are the players who has started from a different position, and later in their career they have started playing in different roles for their different teams. And this is what makes a player more valuable for any coach who can play in different positions as per your plans. Meanwhile, Mohammedan trying to make an attack. David in the middle. Hernandez trying to make some space in the middle of the park. From the left comes Bikash, that man with great pace. To the left there goes Adinga. Cross comes in, but too long and too heavy for the defenders to reach. And that will be a goal kick for Rajasthan United FC.
Well, that cross was a bit wayward. Should have done better there. Zoding Liana, he's expected to deliver better. He's leading the side today, but nonetheless, as you were pointing out, the versatility of players. You mentioned one of the greats of Indian football, Rahim Nabi. What a player to have in your side. Even in the current footballers playing in India, if you notice, some of the players are often used that way, and one of the more experienced of the lot, Harmanjot Kabra, used as a fullback often and a defensive midfielder, used to play as a proper attacking midfielder as well in the past, or a central midfielder, and at times when needed this season itself has played as centre backs once or twice.
Yes, Harmanjit Singh Kabra, the veteran who has played for a long time in this Indian football circuit. And there was it seems like the player got injured for Rajasthan United FC. It was the man Yash Tripathi, their second highest top goal scorer with 3 goals, who have been brilliant this season, and midfielder but have scored goals. Mohammedan meanwhile trying to rebuild their attack. There's a chance, but a little bit of collision which goes against the Mohammedan side, and that's a foul in favor of Rajasthan.
Raghav Gupta on your screen. He has been in the goals as well, along with Yash Tripathi, as you mentioned. There he is trying to just battle it out with Bikash. Well, Mohammedan Sporting, they were unbeaten till 2 matches ago, and right now, how quickly things change. They do not have a win in the last 2 matches, even though one is a draw and the previous one just before that was a loss. But the point being, if you look at the stats that way, it would say you that they haven't won a game in 2 matches. And seeing a scenario like that, if you divide it into 2 halves, one before the winter break or the international break and one after it, it looks very different scenarios. But Mohammedan will hope it's just a patch, a momentary lapse, and they'll be back. That is the quality they have.
Absolutely. And this is a main problem. Sometimes it happens because it's hard to keep the momentum in which you are going, and there's an attack coming forward. It's David from the left wing. Was nice defended from Hardik Bhatt. The jersey number 93, he's really showing some class in these whites. And on the screen, it's another Kolkata veteran, Dipendu Biswas, and the coach of Mohammedan, Chernyshov. Again, Rajasthan goes to their own half. And this man with jersey number 28, Joseph Ajay, he has been brilliant in the first half of this I-League.
Well, indeed, and you saw there, you mentioned Andrei Chernyshov, and of course the big name of Dipendu Biswas, who's the team manager, and along with them, there was also the assistant coach Allison, who had been leading Shillong Lejong a few seasons back. Another one to watch out for was with Northeast United too in the Indian Super League, and here's a cross meanwhile, headed out of the danger zone. Mohammedan gradually getting control of things as we were talking. They somewhat have the upper hand in possession, I'm sure. And Joseph squares it to Irshad. Juan Carlos Nella. That's a very clever pass towards the right-hand side. The cross driven in, and this might be a real chance. What a save! And now on the second attempt, and there's the lead they were looking for. And a number of attempts eventually going through, breaching that Rajasthan United defense. And one little clever pass through has done the damage.
And what a time to score the goal. Just 20 minutes on the clock, and beautifully they have driven past another goal. And the first save was really beautiful from Malla, but the second time he couldn't do anything but to see the ball going through the goal.
Well, indeed, and look at that. The first save, excellent work from Malla, but had his eyes on the prize. Remsanga. He has got Mohammedan in the lead, and they have scored finally with relief after 2 matches. And that is the positive of having different scorers. Meanwhile, Rajasthan in attack. Joseph clears his lines.
And this is really interesting from Sangha, who have scored his 4th goal and equals to the record of David Lalsanga, his teammate. And this is a healthy competition every coach wants in big tournaments, big leagues. And that is very expected from these young stars. And this is a real headache for the Mohammedan coach as well, whom to keep in the bench. And there was another chance from Hernandez, but beautifully dispossessed by the defenders of Rajasthan United.
And now they will get in the groove, and now they will get in the rhythm, Mohammedan Sporting. And if Rajasthan do not manage to try and test the defense and keeper of Mohammedan Sporting, they will gradually make it look worse. Here's Chunga, forced to play it back. Well, Rajasthan, they've scored plenty of goals lately. 15 goals in the last 6 matches. Very lethal when you look at that stat. But they have to bring out better. David, a measure towards Pikash. And the cross doesn't look well directed, but will still find its way to Ramsanga.
And there comes another cross, but easily headed away by the defender. And chance is still there, but cleared away by the defenders of Rajasthan United. It seems like the Mohammedan side, they are not happy with the single goal lead. They need that insurance goal as soon as possible. And that's the call from Chernyshov as well on the sideline. As we can see, David dispossessing 2 players of Rajasthan United. This Rajasthan United side will not sit back and relax. They will come back with their counter-attacks and attacks.
Well, they are surely missing the likes of Denzil up front. It's not just the goals he brings in, the strength, solidity with which he wins back possession, runs down the wings and provides his team with some crucial chances. Meanwhile, another pass from David, who hasn't been in the goals too much in the I-League, just 4 of them. He was very, very prolific before this I-League season started in the CFL and in the Durand as well, I believe, where he scored a lot of goals in those games. But even if he's not scoring, he's very well in the mix of things, passing it around, controlling things in that heart of the opponent defense.
And David has been promising in this whole season until now. He has been the top scorer of Durand and CFL as well. But this is needed to be showcased even in the bigger stage as well.
Well, indeed. And Mohammedan, as you mentioned, would surely love to increase their lead. They wouldn't settle for 1. And Eddie trying to win it back. But Jefferson Oliveira just stopping him in his run. Hattrick putt. Chunga likes to cut inside. Likes to drive in, find those shots. Looks for the cross this time. William was there. Wouldn't find it. Now Marin. Rajasthan do need a goal here if they want to keep it alive. Otherwise, Mohammedan can take it away and away from your reach. Hattrick looking for options. A brief spell of possession. And forced to play that pass out, and that should be covered. And almost snatched by William, but good defending eventually. A goal kick for Mohammedan.
And this is what needed from the Rajasthan United side. They can't relax. They have to come forward. They have to put pressure on the Mohammedan side defense. In the last match, we have seen how Aizwal have tried their best. And meanwhile, there's an attack from David. Can he score? No, said the goalkeeper. What a brilliant save from Malla. And it goes past for a corner kick.
Well, indeed, again, look at that positioning from Bhavendra Malla. Thakuri just comes out in time, narrows the angle for David to score. David was intelligent as well, trying to poke it with the outside of his boot, but excellent goalkeeping to save it.
Absolutely, he was very near to his fifth. Kashimov, meanwhile, going to take that corner kick, making some new plans, new tactics in the set pieces, as they used to practice the same in the training grounds as well. There's a chance, but the cross goes out of the ground. And Malla, meanwhile, going to take that goal kick. He will take a little bit of time for his players to get settled down. From the left, they have started their attack.
Well, for the second time now that Liana came up to bring in that cross and just scuffed that attempt. But Eddie is very interested to get his name on the score sheet too. Some good build-up from Mohammedan, but the final delivery needs to be better. Even on that occasion when they got the goal, we'll talk about that. But meanwhile, Bikash is seen Eddie through. This might be the double. And Eddie Hernandez wouldn't miss those. And his desperation and commitment pays off. Double the lead for Mohammedan, 2-0, and this is getting worse.
Absolutely, and the Rajasthan United side, they are making the same mistake, and they have done the same again and again. And for that reason, they have conceded twice in no matter of time. And just look at the composition from Eddie Hernandez. What a brilliant display of placing the ball into the nets, and that was not at all good from a defender like Jefferson, from whom the team expects a lot. And Mohammedan, in no time, it's not even 30 minutes on the clock, and they are up against Rajasthan United by 2-0.
Firepower from Mohammedan Sporting. And what a day to score, really. We were just talking about them not scoring for 2 matches. They are here to compensate. And that high press is paying off for Mohammedan. Right from the start, the way they're pressing, the back line is finding it difficult to have possession for Rajasthan. But Chunga, he is a pocket dynamite, really. Very difficult to contain. And now William is running past. Liana finds a shot off the post. And this game is far from over. And Rajasthan have pulled one back. Chunga and William combine. And Pushpender Kundu can still see hopes.
And this is what was needed from the Rajasthan United side. A goal at the right moment. Just look at him. William, what a beautiful shot, and what a way to take that ball away from the defenders and places it at the right place at the right time. Brilliant one. The goalkeeper could not have done anything but to watch the ball going past him. And it's 2-1 in favor of Mohammedan until now. We have been in the 30th minute of the game, and Irshad and Jefferson on the 2 halves. Mohammedan Sporting, now they need to be good. They have already got beaten once in this match.
Well, that goal will just give Rajasthan the belief that they can still have a go at Mohammedan. And it is 2-1 already before even half an hour of the game. The last time these two teams met this season itself, it was a 2-1 at full time in favor of Mohammedan. And Eddie and Bikash scoring the goals. And Bikash wants to supply more. Bhavendra Malla was right in between that cross and the man. And as I was saying, it was 2-1 at full time between Mohammedan and Rajasthan United. Eddie and Bikash scoring a goal each for Mohammedan. Raghav Gupta scoring 1 for Rajasthan United. It was the away fixture for Mohammedan. But today, before even half an hour, we have reached that score line. We are heading towards a goal fest, really. At least the way things are going right now, unless someone is willing to restrict damage.
And the ball position, as we can see, Mohammedan Sporting have showcased brilliantly in the middle of the park with 58% of possession. Meanwhile, Rajasthan, they are trailing by a goal. They are also trailing in the ball position zone as well. But ball position in the modern day football, it's not that important anymore. It's the goal which differs the two teams. Malla showing class against Hernandez. A little bit of tricks in his own box, and there comes a long pass, but a bit wavered for the winger in the left wing. Meanwhile, Irshad goes back to Padam.
Well, Bhavendra Malla, no shortage of confidence even after conceding 2. The composure it takes to do those tricks. He knows he has done no wrong so far as such. It is a combined team error, of course, and that is a positive to have in a goalkeeper. At times we see a keeper conceding 1 or 2 goals and then the body language just drops down. And now Rajasthan with the pressing. And just after that goal, here's Eddie. Has seen Remsanga, who was offside.
An offside for Remsanga. It seemed more like an offside trap from the Rajasthan defense. In the replay, it confirms the same. Brilliant job from the assistant referee as well. Rajasthan United trying to put pressure now after scoring their goal. The referee blows the whistle for a throw-in.
Well, there has been a few 2-1 score lines between these two sides that went just out of play from Saring Liana. Their first ever meeting on the 6th of April in 2022, that was a 2-1 win in favor of Mohammedan Sporting. And then again, the next time they met, they scored 2 goals against Rajasthan. It was a 2-0. Brandon scoring both the goals of Brandon Fanlalram-Dika, who is with Punjab right now. There was a draw in between, a 1-1, and after that Rajasthan with the only win last season, the last meeting at this very venue, the home of Mohammedan Sporting, a 1-0 win for Rajasthan United. That is the only time they've won against Mohammedan. 5 times they've faced each other. Mohammedan have won 3, 1 draw and 1 for Rajasthan.
And that's what makes a difference between the two teams. But statistics and head-to-heads are not at all everything. Every day in football is a new day, and Rajasthan side do believe that. Pushpender Kundu, he is not happy, it seems like, by his body language.
That's not allowed. We're down. We're down, man. Come on.
And it seems like there's a pause in the game.
For what? For him?
Here on the screen, that man, David, who is up with 4 goals by his name, and he is looking for his 5th this season.
Well, that's a wayward clearance from Padam Chetri. Zoma to Raghav Gupta. And there's a bit of a tangle, more of a, and Rajasthan will have a free kick.
Rajasthan, they have secured another foul on the opponent's half, and meanwhile Chernyshov, he is directing his players, his defenders, to take the right places, to take the right spots, so that Rajasthan doesn't find the equalizer which they are looking for. There goes the referee, and it seems like there will be a retake of the free kick. And now he blows the whistle. Hattrick. There goes the cross, but headed away for a throw-in in favor of Rajasthan United. A quick one from the right. Yash, that man with 3 goals by his name, distributes the ball well in the middle of the park.
And Liana has got it back, and there's Eddie.
And that's a chance for Hernandez to score his 2nd, but he could not. It was really a fourth touch from the goalkeeper, Malla, and it seems like he have got injured a bit. And in football, if the goalkeeper gets injured, you have to pause the game. And he cannot be taken out of the ground.
Well, what a chance that again. Eddie, he was looking to go past the keeper under some pressure from Jefferson. Brave goalkeeping from Bhavindra Malla, getting his body in the way, anything but not allowing that ball through. It hit his face actually, and head injuries are taken as first priority, and that is why immediately the referee decided to stop play. Seems like he's fine though, just some issues with the leg more off. And there's the goal again, the first one from Ramsanga, saved by Bhavindra Malla in that chance as well, and then eventually scored. And Eddie just tapping it home. But what about that from William? Acceleration into the net. 2-1 at the moment, courtesy to that. Bhavindra Malla still getting a bit of treatment.
And the goalkeeper getting some treatment on the field from the physio. And Malla seems to be okay as of now. Referee is there to look after him. And Rajasthan United side, they are coming forward now. After conceding twice, they have scored a goal within no matter of time, and now they are looking for that equalizer. They don't want to go back in the pavilion after scoring, after conceded, or after getting forfeited.
Well, play will restart with the drop of the ball. Jefferson, Oliveira. And again, that high press from Mohammedan. They want more. They are coming out like a side hungry to score. Amritpal, a clever flick, but that wouldn't work. Hattrick gets it back for Rajasthan. And again, Kasimov, possession exchanging feet so quickly. Moments, seconds. A big mismatch out there physically at least, but Chunga had the pace with the angle, helped Joseph to cover it out.
And Chunga showed real class against that mighty man. But it will be interesting to see how the Mohammedan side ends the first half, because they will be looking forward for another goal, as we were talking about after they have scored the first one, that they will be looking for the insurance goal. They did got that, and just by virtue of that, they are now up against the Rajasthan United by 2-1. Nicely dispossessed by Kashimov. And Raghav Gupta and Tripathi, these two players are really playing brilliantly well in this whole season, and they are really playing well in this match as well. Meanwhile, Mohammedan trying to rebuild their attack from the middle of the park. Kashimov looking for his own players. Goes to the left, beautifully given. The cross comes in. There's a chance. Can David scores? And that goes past. It will be a corner kick. David will be unhappy with this attempt.
Well, look at that through ball again. The entire defense beaten. They're trying to trap him offside, but couldn't. And David just couldn't control it in his front foot. Could have been a chance, but still was. He wins a corner. And now it'll be probably Kasimov who has been at the end of those set pieces mostly. It'll be Bikash. Again, a similar idea. Everyone has missed it, but Irshad hasn't. A deflection on the way. And just inches away from that second post.
And that was another great chance from Muhammad Irshad. And a little bit of fortune which favored the Rajasthan side. And on virtue of that, they didn't got conceded the third one this time. Meanwhile, Kashimov looking forward to take another corner kick, this time from the right. Kashimov puts the corner in the box. Chance for Mohammedan. The chance is still there. A long ranger comes but blocked. Now a counter attack from the Rajasthan United side. Chunga looking for his man. Easily dispossessed by the defenders of Mohammedan.
Well, he thought there was a foul in that, but too soft to be given. And Bikash was offside on the other hand. But a quick counter-attack launched just after this. Not sure if Bikash was offside. A few appeals for it, and it was given. Of course, the assistant referee has a better angle to see it. And it was given as an offside, but what a phase of play. And David, that little run ahead of his marker, gets him the possession. And now he finds a cross in. Doesn't look too good. Comfortable for Bhabinder Malla.
And it seems like David, he is really eager to put the pressure on the Rajasthan side and get his fifth. He have already seen his teammates getting past the goal line today, twice in this match, and he want another by his name as well. Got a brilliant opportunity that time, but a brilliant deflection from Jefferson saved them.
Well, Joseph Ajay trying to calm down a few nerves at the back. Rajasthan have slowed their pressing, and there has been a change. Num has come on in place of Jefferson. I'm not sure if the change has already taken place. Irshad moving forward, and there's a forward ball, and just behind the defense line. William to Surajit, more of a clearance that and a throw in for Rajasthan United. It's 2.5 minutes of regulation time before we move into the break. Mohammedan still leading by 2-1.
Rajasthan United, in the last 3 or the couple of minutes that will be added as an extra time in this first half, they will want another goal to happen, and they will not want to go having that deficit by their name. Bikash meanwhile from the left comes the cross, chance for Hernandez, and easily he has scored the goal. Brilliant display of football from Mohammedan Sporting Club.
Well, Bikash again providing for Eddie. An inch ahead of the defender with that burst of pace. David misses it, but they were all in a line waiting for the ball to come. The defensive lapses being exposed for Rajasthan United. 3-1 Mohammedan Sporting. Surely the upper hand, but a lot of the game is to be played. Dropping shoulders, not a great sign from Marin, the new recruit who has got a goal in the previous fixture. And there you see Bikash on a plate. Now one misses, but Eddie doesn't. And the defenders need to support him better. Well, Jefferson is still on the pitch, and Nam probably will be made the substitution, as we saw on the boards. So they have waited for it. And seems like Bhabinder Malla will be taken off too. And that is a bit of a headache for Rajasthan United. That doesn't look good. He already has a heavy strapping, it looks like. And for options on the bench, they have Sachin Jha, who we have seen start a few games, but it's always a headache when you have to change a keeper. And even Jefferson, he looks to be limping a bit. I'm not sure what Rajasthan have in mind. This is a very, very difficult night for them at the moment. Well, they've already made the substitution. Sachin Jha didn't get enough time to warm up, but it's just a few minutes or seconds away from half time. And they have to start again from the center line. Rajasthan United. 6 minutes have been added.
And it's worth the time. 4 goals has been scored in the very first half of this match, and 6 minutes. And it seems like Jefferson is also coming out, and he will be replaced by that man, Lal.
Well, now there will be another question mark raised because one substitution was already made, and then now Nam is coming on. The play was stopped already, so I'm sure they'll count it as one break, I hope, and not two different substitution breaks. As per the rules, 5 substitutions but 3 breaks. I'm not sure if they could have waited 6 more minutes and made those changes at half-time. Of course, not the keeping change. They anyway had to make a change. Well, now it makes sense while I speak. Can Rajasthan get one more back before half-time?
And Mohammedan Sporting Club, they will be happy. Their coach, Chernyshev, he will be happy with his team's performance after and there's a chance for Rajasthan to capitalize the situation, but they missed that opportunity. Meanwhile, Mohammedan, Bekash and his company, they are looking really confident in this match, and they will become more confident and they will come on the pitch on the second half with more boost since they are leading this game by 2 goals deficit. It's 3-1, the score line in this all-important game between Mohammedan Sporting Club and Rajasthan United FC. Mohammedan still trying to put the pressure on Rajasthan defense.
Well, Rajasthan, they'll have possession back with that. And they still have a few seconds time before they can try and pull one more back. If it is 3-2 at halftime, things will still be somewhat open for Rajasthan. But right now it is all in favor of Mohammedan Sporting. Here's the goal scorer. Their only goal scored by William. Surajit plays it back to Sachin Jha. Sachin is looking to go long. I wouldn't find anyone but Irshad at the back, and that'll just help Mohammedan to control things. And they still want to go for more. And not a great touch. This might be worse. And Sachin Jha called into action. His first bit done well.
And Rajasthan side, they are looking now a little bit shaky after considered thrice. And Sachin Jha, the new man in, and just look at that, the 3 shots that Mohammedan have placed, and they have scored in all 3 of those. That's it. That shows the real class of this Mohammedan side, their forwards. Meanwhile, Mohammedan trying to rebuild the attack from their half. Philip. It seems like they are not in a hurry and they just want to end the first half with the score line. They will be happy with this one. Rajasthan, meanwhile, trying to make an attack.
Kasimov, but Chunga is too fast. Raghav Gupta combining with Hattrick hasn't got even a single opportunity to go on the overlap. That's been the intensity from Mohammedan Sporting in both the sides of the pitch, the way they have pressed, the way they have attacked. William all the way back to Amritpal. Just Tripathi dropping deep. They are not finding a way through. Their plans in mind, still in their mind. Surajit to William, looking for a cross in, and made it look a bit awkward, but eventually calmly done.
And meanwhile, the Mohammedan side, they are now looking a bit relaxed as There's not so much of interest shown by the side in the latter half. Meanwhile, Kashimov trying to rebuild from the right, but easily dispossessed by the defenders of Rajasthan United. And we are very close to the end of first half.
Juan Carlos Nella has been the silent warrior in midfield alongside Kasimov. Has found his spot very well. But that is it for the first 45 minutes. A goal fest. 4 goals distributed better in favor of Mohammedan. 1 for Rajasthan United, but 3 of them a brace already for Eddie Hernandez, and 1 goal for Remsanga. Shoulders dropping down, but this man, he had got a chance to. Remsanga has got a goal. Everyone pretty much involved in lively unit. A team effort so far. William, the solitary goal coming from his boots. He'll be disappointed that his team didn't support him better, but they need to come up with different plans, and Pushpender Kundu is a master of making such plans. With the stats at half-time, 54% possession for Mohammedan Sporting, 46 for Rajasthan, 13 shots out of which 8 on target from Mohammedan. That's been the supremacy, and just a shot from Rajasthan United, and that was on target, and that was the goal from William. 5 fouls for Mohammedan, none for Rajasthan. 4 corners, well, none for Rajasthan as well. That's a very one-sided stat.
And Rajasthan United, and here's the shot map from Mohammedan Sporting. Eddie Hernandez with 4, followed by Remsanga with 3 and David by 2. Kashimov also hitting couple of times, but Adinga and Irshad with their opportunities as well. Mohammedan tried their luck well. Meanwhile, Rajasthan United, their only shot came, which went for a goal from William Nashel.
Well, indeed, and there were a few fouls as well. 5 of them from Mohammedan Sporting. Bikash twice in an attempt to win the ball back. Asserting Liana once. Juan Carlos Nella and Sudika with 1 each. And of course, it was a pretty clean show, I believe, from Rajasthan United as I saw the stats. But that is it, I believe, from this half. We'll have a look at the moments which separate the two sides. It all started on a positive note with all the stats building up, wherein the form was in favor of Rajasthan, but in the long run, in the head-to-head, in the league table, it was Mohammedan who were having the upper hand, and Kasimov had a few attempts early on, and then came the first goal. A bit of a mistake, a bit of confusions in that defense line, and Remsanga took Mohammedan to a 1-0 lead.
And Remsanga's that score. After that, David's attempts, and there's the goal from AG. The first one from him, and that was the second. Little bit of mistake from the Rajasthan United defense, and that led him, and that was brilliant from William. Undoubtedly, that was really awesome from him, and that's the second one. David's miss.
Well, and then here was the third with Eddie Hernandez again at the right place, making it 3, making it worse. And all the hard work to be done by Rajasthan in the second half will be coming up in a while from now. Stay tuned, do not go anywhere. At halftime, it's Mohammedan SC 3, Rajasthan United 1. Welcome back for second half action here in match number 86 between Mohammedan Sporting and Rajasthan United. All the plans and tables have turned and they will come out with new strategies and new belief system in them, Rajasthan United. They're down by 3-1 as Mohammedan look confident and dominant. And there's a change already for Mohammedan Sporting. And seems like Karandeep Singh is coming on. We'll wait for the confirmation. Well, welcome back for the second half, Remo.
Absolutely. It will be interesting to see how the two teams comes and plays their game in the second half. New strategies. And the Mohammedan players hurdling up. And there's a change as well. Karandeep coming in with his jersey number 5. The referee getting ready for the kickoff of second half. And Chunga, who looks like will take that kick off. And this time in the whites, Rajasthan United are going to attack from right to left of your screen. Meanwhile, Mohammedan from the left to right in their all blacks.
Well, the best possible scenario for Rajasthan United is to get an early goal in the second half. And that is how they can settle some nerves and get into the second half gradually. Seems like Sorting Liana has been taken off, who has been replaced by Karandeep. Good turn by David. Juan Carlos Neller and Kasimov. These two in the heart of the team today.
And Mohammedan Sporting, they are looking much more relaxed, much more comfortable when they came off on the field in the second half. And that man, Andrei Chernyshov, have surely said his man and instructed them that they have to keep this lead up. Sachin Jha, that man who came in late of the first half because of the injury of Malla. And there's a chance for Rajasthan United, but they could not take that opportunity. Meanwhile, Padam clears the ball away in the middle of the park. Rajasthan United still looking to move up on the field. That Croatian man, jersey number 99, takes a shot, but it's a bit wayward. Not a very promising attack from Rajasthan. Shot was not on target as well.
Well, indeed, I just had a shy at goal. And Marvin, probably his first attempt today because they had only one attempt in the first half. Marvin wasn't involved. They have still got a goal. And Pushpendra Kundu probably had his talks that way. And Marvin would unleash a few attempts now, a few shots coming in. David dropping very deep to support his team. Well, the captain's armband has now moved to Joseph. The tall, strong centre back, Joseph Ajay. And they can now be calm about things, Mohammedan. And they do not really need to rush things like they were in the first half, but I'm sure they'll try and go for more goals. And they're all the way back to Sachin Jha, who has come as a substitute himself in the first half after an injury to Bhavendra Malla. Confirmation of the sub there, Karan coming in place of Odinga. But Bhavendra Malla, even though he conceded 2 goals, but was very, very solid. Saved a few crucial chances, otherwise it could have been worse.
The captain of Mohammedan side going off the field, and currently the captain is that man, the big man, Joseph. On your screen from the left, Bikash trying to take that opportunity, but easily dispossessed by the defenders of Rajasthan United. In the middle, it's Tripathi. Goes to the left. Good switch from the right to the left. Rajasthan United. Negi It seems like Rajasthan United are trying to rebuild their attack from their own half, but a missed pass. Mohammedan, they are now looking for an attack. David, but he could not take that opportunity again. Naylor and Kashimov both have played really beautiful in the first half. And it seems like there's a pause in the game. And the referee is discussing something with the players of both the teams.
Well, it seems to be some issues with the floodlight here, and we'll wait to see if they continue with play, because it's just one side of the pitch. They have decided to continue because it's a visible amount of light right now, but they'll try to get it fixed as soon as possible. It happens at times. And Rajasthan can spark an attack suddenly from the left. Zudika fouled by Marin.
And Zudika have considered that foul beautifully. He invited the opponent and his plan got executed really well. There was a foul on him, and that man, Mudraz from Croatia, who have already scored once in the last match, and Pushpendra will be looking forward for him. Meanwhile, Hernandez trying to take that opportunity, but again it's a corner kick, rather a goal kick as directed by the referee, and that will be the first goal kick of the half for Sachin Jha, who has came in instead of that man Malla, who started the game really well. Sachin instructing his players to take the position.
Well, Sachin Jha, he gets into the mix of things. Difficult just comes in before half time, and he has been tested once too, where he saved that shot. And now Marin under pressure, and fair pressure, says the ref. I'm back with Mohammedan. Suidika. And Rajasthan now have to rush things a bit, of course with plans, not randomly. And that is a good exchange between Karandeep out for a throw-in, a Rajasthan one.
And Pushpendra have it's sure that he has instructed his man in the box, that's Marine, to take those opportunities that they're creating from their own half. Meanwhile, Mohammedan trying to rebuild their attack. But it's very important for any foreign striker to put the pressure, to put at least a threat on the opponent's box. Otherwise, it becomes too easy for any team to take the control of the game. We have seen once Williams disposes the defenders of Mohammedan and scored once for his team, but there need to be more attacks from Marin's fits as well. Meanwhile, Mohammedan trying to regroup and rebuild. They are slowly and steadily taking the control of the game. They are steering this game so nicely from left to right and the vice versa. To the left goes the ball. Can he take the charge of the ball? No, said Hardik Bhatt. And that's a throw-in in favor of Mohammedan Sporting.
Well, Hattrick, he hasn't got too much in attack today, but very busy defensive shift for him. Has done his bit, but still Mohammedan have managed to breach that defense thrice. They'll get possession back with the throw-in. And that board you can see in the background, just beside that grassroots pavilion on the right-hand side. When you have the camera panning there, you'll probably see that again. the Bunker Hill Youth Program, the soccer schools from Mohammedan. They have been focusing on youth development and grassroots and doing some good work with the age group teams as well, and promoting football culture in the state, and developing more such talents. And here's Remsanga, a good covering by Surajit. And that is a gift of a free kick in that position.
And it was really good from Kashimov. He invited the defender Yash Tripathi, it seemed like, who committed that foul on Kashimov. And that will be an opportunity at a great place, a free kick to be taken for the Mohammedan side.
Well, a bit of a planning going on there. There were 4 initially and now 2. Seems like Juan Carlos Nella will chip it forward to no man's land, really. Well, there was an idea surely from the training grounds and looked like a waste eventually.
And Joanella tried to curl it in, but it was not at the right place. Rajasthan United side, they need to come forward and make attacks. They are trying their level best, it seems like, but Naylor and Kashimov taking the charge of midfield, and that's what making it difficult for the Rajasthan United side, because they are dealing with an all-Indian midfield. Meanwhile, Felipe, the captain, goes for a long pass forward. Chance for David, goes to the right. The chance is still there, but that seems to be a corner kick in favor of Mohammedan Sporting Club.
Well, it is a corner given, and that is some excellent tracking back from William, but Sudika should have released it here, but just delayed a second, and William just covering up for it. Another young talent has been just growing in Liva. Back to Sudika.
All the statistics are already in favor of Mohammedan Sporting, and that shows how they have controlled the game from the beginning of the match. They have not only scored thrice, but have got more ball position, more corners, more shots on target as well.
All the way back to Padam Chetri. Now it's Shada. They have a few absentees as well, Mohammedan Sporting, even though they haven't let themselves feel the absence. Alexis Gomez, one of their captains, Samad Ali Malik, and Detal Moirangtham as well in that defense line. All 3 of them injured, out for the time being. Hopefully will be back soon. And of course they have added on some more firepower. There is Kozlov who has come in. He's on the bench today. Maybe later on we'll get to see a bit of him coming from the Russian Federation. Well, that's a bit of risk taken at the back from Rajasthan, and eventually cleared, and that might turn into a counter opportunity. But that strength and that command from Joseph. Suidika all the way back to Padam.
And it will be obviously an interesting thing to see, as Kozlov will be coming. He may come today as well in the latter half. And there's a chance for Mohammedan from the left wing. Cross comes in, but easily headed away by the defender of Rajasthan United for another corner kick, this time from the left wing.
Well, look at that cross again, teasing one from Karandeep, and it was Nam, another of those first half substitutes. Jefferson was injured too, and Nam just brings on some quality with him. Well, that looked easy, but it was more difficult than he made it look. That's the art. And this man is an artist right now with Mohammedan. Andrei Chernyshev. Things going right. 3 more points will boost their morale again. Kasimov with the corner. His signals will be direct this time, it seems. Chaos in the box, and Eddie was there to pounce on it. But just in time, they saw danger. And Karandeep will have a chance to create something once again. Zuidika. Look at the number of black and white shirts up front. Zuidika is the only man behind, and now they'll gradually track back. If they can get a goal, Pikash. The touch takes it away from him, but that's gifted back. Wemsanga. And now Joseph. Very unnatural position for him to be at the right winger position. He needs to cross it in. What can he do as a winger? Checks back, didn't do too bad. And now David, a thought for goal. It was his weaker left. It wasn't a bad attempt, but just connected at the bottom of the ball.
And that was really a great attempt from David. And that's the stats as you can see on the screen. 14 shots from Mohammedan already, and with a ball position of 59-41, they are really leading in this match. We have already hit the 1 hour mark, and Mohammedan Sporting still leading this game by 3-1 against Rajasthan. Beautiful one from David again to the right. Zuidika searching for players, goes for a cross into the box, and still there's chance. David with the ball. He is looking for his main. Goes back with Joseph. Kashimov, a miss pass. Can Rajasthan take this opportunity? Moving forward, there's a chance, but it seems like he thought that he was offside, maybe, and that's why he left the ball.
That is very, very interesting, because Chunga, he thought he timed the pass to perfection. And what about that for a nutmeg in the middle of the pitch? Kasimov just done and dusted by Chunga. Then he releases an excellent pass. Marin, he thought he was offside, and I believe he was probably offside, but the flag had stayed down. Play to the whistle is what we say, and Marin could have really gotten an opportunity to test the keeper. And even if it wasn't an error from the official, sometimes it happens, human errors, they could have got themselves a goal. And that is why you do not need to act before the whistle.
Yes, and nowadays we also see that the referees don't let the game off. Sometimes they want to give the advantage, or they don't want to distract the flow of the game, and that's why they does not blow the whistle. If it would have been a goal, maybe then the referee could have called for an offside. Meanwhile, it's a goal kick for Mohammedan side.
Well, it is all to see. Once he could have struck that, but he didn't. So all discussions in vain. And Juan Carlos Nella, he has been bossing the midfield. He has to show or bring more solidity, because these few chances in between is really getting difficult to handle at times for the Mohammedan defense. But thankfully, they have a pretty good lead here. And now David, he has been very, very lively today. And now he's looking for a shot, I'm sure, runs forward, and that extra bit of pace brought down, and cleaner than ever a penalty on your screen. And Mohammedan Sporting have a chance to go 4 up.
And that was what a pace, beautiful display of football from David. He just invited the defender, and the defender did the same what David wanted. And that will be a chance. Maybe Kashimov is going to take that spot kick. And Mohammedan Sporting may go up by 4-1 in no matter of time in the second half of the game. Sachin Jha under real pressure.
Well, Kasimov has a chance. Eddie was on a hat-trick, but Kasimov has been given responsibilities. Can Mohammedan take it further away from Rajasthan United? Chance to make it 4 from the spot. David, a live wire. Kasimov, the lifeline provider. Kasimov steps up, And it is 4-1. And the spark is back. It ignites Mohammedan Sporting's title race. And they continue their dominance on top.
And their fans will be happy as well. Kashimov getting the first goal of this match. And just look at the replay, how beautifully he has placed to the left of the keeper.
Well, he dived at the right side, but it was too precise.
And this makes Mohammedan go up by 4-1, and that's a change in place. And it seems like Angusana Luang, the man is coming in place of David. And Angusana comes in, a typical midfielder role, and it seems like Chernyshov has sacrificed his forward, David. And that praise from Hernandez was really awesome. But it's been cleared away by the Rajasthan United side. And now it will be interesting to see how Rajasthan reacts to the game that Mohammedan is playing. Even in the second half, they have scored once already. And they are now looking real threatening. In the middle of the park, from the beginning of the match, they have controlled the game a lot of times. And that man, Kashimov, who had taken that spot kick, was really spot on.
And now they will try out something different because Angusana is on. And they'll have three in the middle of the park, giving them more control. And Eddie can go full all out for his hat-trick. And Mohammedan can look to make it worse. But just a reminder to all the fans watching, even though Mohammedan is dominating at the moment, and it is a very unlikely scenario, but Rajasthan United rather will get back to that. A foul in between by Raghav Gupta. It is a yellow card as well. It looked harsh. Here, have a look again. Suitika. Oh, that's a late challenge. He tried to come out of it, but the way he was moving, the referee tried to allow advantage, but it was called back. But as I was saying, just a few matches ago, just before the international break, Rajasthan United's 2 wins. One was a 4-3 drama against Neroka, and then they won 5-4 against Trau. Can they make that possible? And that is very difficult, very unlikely the way Mohammedan is going about with things. But then, at least they have done it in the past, and they have the knowledge and quality to do so. But Denzel, who scored 5 goals in those 2 matches, a hat-trick and a brace, is not there.
And absolutely, Rajasthan United, they will be now looking for at least another or couple of goals so that they can make this margin look small to what it has been now. Angusana tried for a nice 1-2 but could not take the ball, and that was foul on Williams. A foul by Kashimov.
Well, it was Chunga, rather. He's being very troublesome for this Mohammedan side. And Kasimov especially, look at the frustration, just pulling him off. He has that nutmeg in his back of his mind. It's not the first time, even though, oh well, William on the run. Vatam Chetri will collect it. Even though Rajasthan haven't been the better side, of course, visibly, and even in the stats. But that one man on the right-hand side for Rajasthan, Lalchun Nunga, or Chunga as we like to call him, there on your screen, the number 17. He has been one heck of a trouble, a headache for Mohammedan Sporting.
Both the wingers of Rajasthan, Chunga and Williams, they have played really well today. But the other players also needed to perform and outclass the players of Mohammedan. But they didn't did that. And on virtue of that, they are now down by 4-1 today at the Naihati Stadium. And it seems like a substitute to be taken off. And that man is coming in from Russia, Kozlov. And the Tanmay Ghosh. It seems like Juan Nela is going off the field. Kozlov comes in in his place, and Tanmay comes in as well.
Well, so Bikash and Juan Carlos Nero have been taken off. Tanmoy and Kozlov comes in. Not often we see a team sign a player in wing. So Tanmoy, coach, of course, a natural midfielder, will settle alongside Kasimov, who is just explaining the formation and the way things will go. There's a change for Rajasthan as well. And Novin Gurungdal, experienced fullback, the man from Shillong Lechong. He's also played for East Bengal for a brief period. And he's back here on pitch. And along with him, there's another changer. Saurav Das is on for Rajasthan United, and we to confirm whom he replaces. I was just talking about Kozlov. It's not often that you see a foreign player being recruited at a winger position. It's generally strikers and centre backs. A bit of confusion, cleared away. But as far as I've heard, Kozlov is a proper winger. Of course, he has the ability to score goals. That is a big boost if he can do the role he plays. As I said, not often, but sometimes we see such lethal wingers. We have seen Nico Velez in the Indian Super League in past, and even in the I-League, Shillong Lechong have brought in some quality forwards, the likes of Ayman Al-Hajri a few years ago rather. Well, not a few anymore. It's been before the COVID period when they were in the I-League. Here's a cross meanwhile, collected by Padam Chetri.
It looks like Rajasthan slowly, they are trying to put the pressure back on Mohammedan side, and what else they can do? They have to now go up and they have to pressurize the defensive unit of Mohammedan. That man, jersey number 99, Marine, has been sacrificed, it seems like. And Saurav Das has came in, the veteran of Kolkata football. He was with the ISL side, Chennai FC as well. After an hectic ACL injury, he is back in the field.
Well, that is an interesting info.
And that's a chance for Mohammedan, but a nice counter-attack from the Rajasthan side. But they didn't got the opportunity to go forward.
Well, and Joseph controls. We often say, oh, that's a cheap giveaway from Remsanga. We switch sides. So Kozlov is playing on the right-hand side, and Remsanga will play from the left. He has the ability to play on both flanks. We did not talk about one factor, or 1 point rather, but Remsanga is up against his former club. He's got a goal, and he'll be happy. He was playing for Rajasthan United last season. William has got the captain's armband right now, and a few missed passes from both the sides.
Sometimes we see that players, while playing against their former clubs, they feel a bit pressured. But this time, Remsanga played brilliantly today, and that's a sure handball from Kashimov. It was a deliberate handball from him, and that will be a foul.
Well, that is one thing, one part of his game which you do not really appreciate a lot. Well, that happens when you have too much quality. I've seen players do so. Similar kind of players, Jahu, or here you see Kasimov, just playing in that midfield role. Sometimes just a bit too casual with that. Given that they're on a 4-1 lead, this might not be that harmful, but then still, they give away a chance in a very crucial and interesting position. It is Zoma on the free kick.
Zoma looking to take that free kick. The free kick comes in. A chance was there for Rajasthan. Shot comes in, but blocked by that man, the captain of Mohammedan. Rajasthan United goes back to their goalkeeper, Sachin Jha. Sachin distributes the ball between his players, but could not capitalize it. William. And that will be a throw-in in favor of Zuidika and his team, Mohammedan. Kashimov, he has played really well. What a role he has played today in this great match. So did Mohammad Irshad. They worked like a silent killer, though the goals were scored by Hernandez and Remsanga, but a brilliant football from Irshad and his teammate, the captain right now, Joseph Kashimov. It looks like he's playing more of a role of defender right now.
Oh, well, just a shield above that defense line. Has got all those defensive attributes. Still remember that wonderful long-range goal he scored last season for Neroka from the center of the park, bringing out a stunner really at Imphal. And that is one venue we are missing this season in the I-League. Hopefully we'll get to see some matches back in Imphal sooner or later and hope the situation gets better. But Mohammedan Sporting, what better situation can they be in 61% possession, the majority of it, while 39 for Rajasthan. On top of the table right now, as things stands, as per the live table, it would be 31 points for them. A huge gap with the second position, Real Kashmir, who had a chance to close down that gap because they were the team who beat Mohammedan, but then couldn't do themselves a favor. And Rajasthan somewhat did Mohammedan a favor back. It is all happening in the I-League. You never know rather what happens next. Will be interesting next up when Srindi comes and has a go at this very side.
And Real Kashmir, another side who are challenging that Mohammedan side. They started really well. They defeated them by 3-0 early in the weeks. And there's a chance for Mohammedan to score the goal. But the opportunity got missed. Still, the threat is there. But Hernandez missed it this time as well. Rajasthan United defending like a bulletproof jacket rather. Kashimov looking for some space in the middle. Irshad taking his time. Kashimov from the middle.
Just playing a few passes amongst themselves and just more of a homework to do live in class. We have seen in past in our childhood days surely that work, and why I say that is because they're trying out a few new things which generally people do in the training grounds, and they'll now have the opportunity to do that here. And you can see Angusana further up front. He generally plays as a defensive midfielder. Had been given the role of a winger for Mohammedan this season. And here's Chunga against Kasimov. Again gets the better of him, but this time Joseph was there in support. And that'll frustrate Kasimov. Tell you what, he's a kind of a player who doesn't like to lose those battles, and every time you do so, the frustration will grow. Now that he's on a yellow card, he has to be careful. And it would be wise, I believe, for Andrew Chernishoff to maybe sacrifice him. Chunga, meanwhile, plays a clever pass to Marvin. That's just behind by the side. Well, for a moment, I thought that was in. What an attempt, though. Oh, man, what a pass from Chunga.
That was a great pass from Chunga. Marin should have done better. He got ample amount of time. And Sheikh Fayaz is coming on the field. And going out is Ramsanga, the goal scorer, our first goal for Mohammedan side. And now Sheikh Fayaz, Kozlov, and Hernandez, the trio, will look forward.
Well, there's the confirmation. Fayaz on, and there's the pass. Everyone thought he was going for a short, Chunga, and releases Marvin. Almost beats Padam Chetri at that near post. A good attempt, but they needed those from the start of the game. And there's Sheikh Fayaz. But what a bench to have for Mohammed. Sheikh Fayaz is on, and now they'll have more fireworks down the wings. And Novin under pressure. He wants the keeper back in his lines. He's not in great position. But even apart from that, they have Abash Thapa and all of the quality, really. Samuel Nalman Puya, another of those creative midfielders. They have all the options in all the positions. And they've built a squad, really, who are looking for that qualification spot. Not just the title, but also moving to the Indian Super League.
And we have already seen players like Saurabh Das and Angusana who are playing in this match. And there comes Sheikh Fayaz from the left wing of Mohammedan. Will he take a shot? Yes, he does. But brilliant save from Sachin Jha. It was nice attempt from Fayaz.
Well, had to keep the eyes on the ball. Sachin Jha. It was a powerful attempt from Fayaz. Carried away and then caught in the second attempt. Tanmay to Karandeep. So relaxed and comfortable right now. Williams still trying. The two number 11s are clashing, and there was a little attempt to feed it through the centre backs. Oh, and there's a mistake. And Eddie wouldn't get to it. Amritpal Singh at the last moment covers up for it. Eddie Hernandez is still looking for the hat-trick.
And this was really good from Amrit. If he would not have touched that ball, it would have gone to Eddie's fate. And there's the stats. 7 corners for Mohammedan already in this game. And Rajasthan United, surprisingly, they haven't yet got a single corner kick. And all set for the corner from the left. A change in plan. Another ball being floated down in the box of Rajasthan, cleared away. And Shunga, he is coming from the right wing, dribbling past, shot comes in, but wayward one from Shunga.
Well, and Andriy Chernyshov is not happy at all. Look at the dominance in the shot stats, 16-5. This was the 5th one, but Chunga, time and again, and they're moving back and back and not stopping that shot. That's probably why Andriy Chernyshov was not happy. You are allowing Rajasthan to get some attempts in, and that is one thing they have to be careful about. Even though they are in a big lead.
Mohammad Irshad floats the ball in forward with Tanmay. To the right goes Kozlov, the new man in. The defenders did really good job. Negi cleared away, but in the feet of Tanmay Ghosh again. Kozlov, and that will be a foul at a very dangerous position for Mohammedan Sporting. That was a cheeky one, and Kozlov controlled it so well.
And that is why he has been brought in. The threat is caught. The quality he has. Pushpender Kundu, he is surely planning in his mind what he can do in the games next. But right now it is a free kick for Mohammedan. Angusana and Kozlov standing on it.
And Angusana and Kozlov both piling up just beside the ball. It will be interesting to see who takes it. Kozlov goes for it, but blocked and goes away for a corner kick. The 8th one rather for Mohammedan Sporting Club. And that's the replay. It was a nice one. It seemed like it was on target as well. But a brilliant block from Saurabh Das in the defensive unit of Rajasthan.
8th corner for Mohammedan. None for Rajasthan. 83 minutes in the game. Angusana with his left. It is a direct one this time, but headed out by Nam. And now a shot out of the box attempt. Oh, well, Tanmay Ghosh, he does fancy those chances.
And that was a nice try of luck from Tanmay. A brilliant shot, but great save from Sachin Jha as well. And Tanmay has been brilliant since he has came in this game. Angusana, another one, another prospect who has been a part of ISL as well. Played for East Bengal FC previously. Meanwhile, Kozlov, the new man, the new signing Kozlov. Easily cleared by the Rajasthan defense. That will be a throw in.
Well, Pushpender Kundu, he has to work hard because the fixtures upcoming are just going to get tough and tough from now. They are facing Gokulam Kerala up next, who are on the rise as well and challenging. Look at that bit of trick from Chunga. Kasimov frustrated, understandably. Bit of a slip and a little turn there from Chunga. Kozlov is offside. Chunga, impressive to say the least about him. And Kasimov is on a yellow. I said it a while ago, he has to be careful. And had he connected with the man and had Chunga gone down, Kasimov was done for the game and the next game as well.
And meanwhile, Kozlov, he's showing his class as well on the other part of the pitch, as Chunga and Williams are showing for Rajasthan. Tripathi going in search of the ball. Irshad, little bit of fumble, and that will be a corner kick in favor of Rajasthan United. They are putting Mohammad Rishad and company under pressure, and that's what led the first corner of the game for Rajasthan United. And it seems like there will be a substitution as well, as directed by the assistant referee.
We'll wait to find out who it is, but as you mentioned a moment ago, the first corner for Rajasthan at 86th minute of the game. Harsh Tomar is on. Chunga with the corner.
Chunga, he will be taking this corner. It comes in. There was a little bit of chance as well, but Sheikh Fayaz cleared it away. Kozlov chasing the ball. It's now with Sachin Jha.
Well, and with Chernyshov, he's a demanding coach, isn't he? You could still hear the shouts of the names of some players, be it Irshad, be it Tanmoy, and he just wants every single thing to be put right in on the pitch. Rajasthan with those changes, and as I was saying, they have Gokulam up next, and they'll move to Aizawl and then Shillong, some altitude coming up for them, and then into Kashi, back-to-back 3 away matches after they face Gokulam at home. The road is tough.
And that's a real cheeky game going on from the Rajasthan United side. Small passes, but nicely intercepted by Kashimov. He's taking the hold of the ball, and the ball position is increasing gradually as the time is progressing towards the end. It's 63% ball position in favor of Mohammedan, and that's a great ball in. There's it with Hernandez. Can he score and makes it? It's hat-trick. Here he goes. His hat-trick. His first hat-trick of the season in the Blacks for Mohammedan Sporting Club. It's Eddie Hernandez. He had scored thrice before these, and now he has scored another 3 in this match as well.
Look at that run, a poacher's approach, a poacher's instinct, and a poacher's finish. And that is why he is the man in charge in duties of leading the strike force for Mohammedan SC. So calm in front of goal, doesn't blink before shooting. Eddie Hernandez gets his all-deserved hat-trick. And that is a 5-star show from Mohammedan. 5-1 it is. And Rajasthan, they have to just move on with this and try and at least get some consolation.
And these will please the Mohammedan fans as well, since they are now back on track again after the point drop in couple of matches in the second phase. Rajasthan United meanwhile coming for an attack. Negi to the right. They're looking for some space. Can they get another one by their name? Rajasthan United, cross comes in, but nicely collected by the goalkeeper Padam Chetri.
Param Chetri hasn't been tested as such. On one occasion he conceded, but he'll be happy his team is up by 5-1, even though he couldn't keep the clean sheet, which I'm sure Andrew Chernyshov will be working on, because including this very game, this is now the fourth back-to-back match where Mohammedan haven't kept a clean sheet against Rajasthan United in their head-to-head meetings. Chunga almost dictating play, reading that pass, but that's a good interception by Suidika. Does he still have the legs to run forward? He is trying to, but Kozlov sure does. We'll wait to see what he has in his back. Up against Surajit. Plays it back to Tanmoy. And gets it back as well. He's seen a pass through, I'm sure. Sheikh Fayaz, 5 minutes added on meanwhile. Sheikh Fayaz, Zuidika. Of course, that is the result when you have a fullback there as a striker. Well, he was moving up really to try and make an impact on the overlapping run. Playing as a unit. All the way back to Irshad. Well, Mohammedan spotting. Oh, well, they have won the ball back again. Karandeep towards Sheikh Fayaz, brings in a crosser, but Sachin Shah will collect it.
And Sachin comes between the ball and the player. A great collection from him. Tanmay tried his best. Sheikh Fayaz doing his everything. He has been brilliant since he has come on the field. Meanwhile, Rajasthan still struggling with their lone goal, and they are trying to get their second as well. And it's an easy collection from AD. AD looking for his fourth, or it's a chance again for Mohammedan to score one. Kozlov. He couldn't keep the ball in play. Kozlov, he was so close to get his first goal in the Mohammedan jersey.
Well, beautiful cross from Angusana, just a bit away from Kozlov. Could have been timed a little better, and there were, it is a game of margins, that little margin, and they could have got their sixth. And Kozlov, you can see by that body language how much he wants to perform. He is not being given a start, the coach choosing to bench him and to bring him on later. Of course, it needs time to settle into a team, into a setup, and that is why the coach is rightly using him when needed. But the desperation, he was frustrated, but he didn't react. He knows as well it will take time for him to get back, and Mohammedan will surely get back to winning ways with this. But up next they have Trau away from home, and then of course not that away, because they are having their home venue at Kolkata itself. Then they travel to Srinidhi Deccan, and then to Kerala. Two tough fixtures. Trau match. Yes to party.
Rajasthan United, they are still trying. They need to try their luck as well. We haven't seen enough of shots from the Rajasthan side today. Meanwhile, Chunga. Again, brilliant piece of defending from Mohammedan side. He is directing his players to take their correct position. Another interception from Joseph.
Well, how about that from Chunga again in the midfield, dancing past Kasimov. I'm sure he's frustrated right now. He's not habituated to being gotten the better of. He's generally, Kasimov gets the better, and that is an interesting run sandwich between two men, but just covers him instead of fouling him. The acceleration needed wasn't there.
That was really good piece of defending from the Rajasthan side. They're coming up from the rights. Nice 1-2 being played. It's very prominent that he is not happy with his teammates. Meanwhile, there's a chance of scoring goal for Rajasthan. The ball is in Rajasthan United players' feet. In the final few minutes, Rajasthan is showing some class in the middle of the park on virtue of Gupta, Chunga and Williams. Joseph, meanwhile, trying to slow the game a bit because they are happy now with 5 goals. And Zuidika. Hernandez looking for Zokolov. Going back. Kozolov. Kozolov has been brilliant since he has came in this field in the latter half of second. And there's a chance from the left. Cross comes in, headed away by Rajasthan United.
Well, a few seconds away now from that full-time whistle. Rajasthan still trying to get a consolation. A good little pass towards William, who has the pace, still driving in the box. Can they get to one back? A bit of trickery from William, but he'll get a throw in. I'm not sure if there's time enough for that. There was a swing of an arm. He'll be lucky that the referee didn't spot it or William didn't make a meal out of it. Has to be careful. Hot-headed customer there. Kasimov, of course, has plenty of quality, no doubt about his qualities on the ball and on the pitch, of course. Jastukati driving inside. This might be the last real chance. Tanmoy, excellent covering. Irshad will clear it. And that is it. Back to winning ways. Mohammedan Sporting with Eddie Hernandez a hat-trick. And a strike each from Kasimov and Remsanga, helping Andrei Chernyshov and his men to solidify their dominance in top of the I-League table.
Chernyshov will be happy for a lot of reasons. Not only they are back on track in this I-League, but also his main man, Eddie Hernandez, have scored a hat-trick, who was not getting so much of goals in the early of the season, and Tanmoy and Sheikh Fayaz. What a brilliant substitutes they have been since they came in. But that man, Chunga and Williams, they have played really well as today for Rajasthan United. And that's the stats. With 60% of ball possession, Mohammedan going surpassed Rajasthan United. 19 shots and 12 of them on target. That's massive. With 7 fouls from Rajasthan. On Rajasthan, 1 yellow card each for both the teams and 8 corners to 1 of Rajasthan for Mohammedan, and that's really a pleasant victory for Mohammedan. And that's the shot chart. Eddie Hernandez with 5 shots, of them 3 were goals. David with 3, Kasimov with 3 and Remsanga with 3 as well. Adinga and Kozlov with 1 each.
Well, Rajasthan United, they had 5 attempts to Marin with 2 of them in the second half. Chunga with that left foot shot going off target. Nam and William having a shy at goal too. But those efforts were far from enough for Rajasthan United. A good few fouls across the park, 7 of them for Mohammedan Sporting. Bikash and Kasimov with 2 of them. Starting Liana, Juanella, Carlos and Zuidika with 1 each.
Meanwhile, the Rajasthan United side, they have done 5 fouls, as we have already seen that in the stats, and it's been distributed 1 each for Amrit, Mudraziza, Raghav, Neshal and Yash.
Well, indeed, and now we'll have a look at the story of the game here. The points table before that, Mohammedan with 31 points in 48 games, 9 wins, 4 draws, just that 1 loss against Royal Kashmir, and 26 goals scored. That is massive. Rajasthan United, they have to work hard. They stay at 9th with 15 points. They've scored a good number of goals, 23 of them, but conceded too many. 32 goals, and that is the headache for Pushpender Kundu. With the story of the match here for you all. It is Mohammedan Sporting with a convincing victory, but this is how things went by. It was a positive start from Kasimov's shot, and soon after that a defensive error. Bhabindra Malla initially starting the game, making a few good saves, but not enough to contain this Mohammedan attack, and then Eddie soon doubling the lead.
And Eddie, and that was a nice one, the lone one from Williams, which gave a lot of confidence to the Rajasthan side. But then comes that man, Eddie Hernandez, with his second one. Jefferson shows his frustration as well, and that was a corner kick from where there was another chance, but it went on vain. David tried his best, he grabbed one penalty as well, and Kashimov putting it in.
Oh, and indeed, but Mohammedan continued attacking. They were not happy with one. Tanmoy with that attempt from outside the box, and then Eddie sealing the deal with his hat-trick, with Mohammedan's fifth, and a command of supremacy over every other team. It's a warning sign that Mohammedan are back in good shape and in good form. But that is it from match number 86 at full time. Mohammedan SC keep their position intact. It is Mohammedan 5 and Rajasthan United 1. Thank you for tuning in. Signing off from the com box, Rimo and Pashwa.